Well, hello everyone. So it's been like around a month and a half since I've started learning how to code. So far it's been an interesting journey. So I posted a video or two showing my first steps and what I did, and after I did like the first tutorial and a couple of more other smaller tutorials on YouTube, I felt like I really needed to stay there for a week or two and go over everything more than once, twice, even 3 or 4 times. It was just a lot of information and I felt it was necessary for me to kind of get a better grip around the basics. I still feel like that, and I'm not that sure about how should I continue. Should I kind of go for more and more knowledge, or just stay where I am and practice a bit more? Most likely I will focus on more project-oriented learning now, especially since I want to kind of create more content for this channel as well. And I do realize that if I do make mistakes, which inevitably I will, when it comes to the way how I learn about coding, this September I'm starting uni, computer science, so I do expect that I'll get a very strong opportunity to fix all of the problems that I kind of create for myself here. So this is where we are today. I have started a new tutorial, an intermediate Python tutorial. Link is in the description, the first link. And for like the first quarter of the tutorial, I felt quite confident. I didn't pause it once. I was just following everything until we got to Decorators. This is the first time I got proper stuck. It might be, I'm not sure, maybe that day I was extra tired or whatever, I couldn't properly focus, but that was the first time I felt really lost. So I've listened to the whole section about Decorators and realized I don't understand what has just happened. Like, I was completely lost. So I had to listen to it again. I listened to it, I followed along, and I still felt like I didn't learn this. I'm kind of understanding the concept of Decorators are a tool that will enable you to modify a function without actually touching the function in its original source. So you can use it later on, add something onto it or remove something from it without actually editing the first or initial moment when you use that function. This is the horrible explanation I have for it. Please don't judge me. I'm still a beginner. Let's say that in theory I understood even then, after watching it a couple of times, what it's about. I still didn't feel in any way, shape or form confident about what I've learned. So I found another tutorial. I'm gonna put that in the description, second link. And that's the one I went through, and I felt much better after doing that. So we'll quickly go over that together so you can kind of see what I found difficult. I'll see you guys in the next shot. We talk about the first time I got proper stuck.
So here we are with the first course, and I have included the link for this one. That's the first link, and it's quite a long one, 5-6 hours. It's considered like an intermediate course, and I went through all of these. With some I was actually familiar from the previous course I've done, and the rest just followed along. It was completely fine until we got to random numbers, decorators. There we go. So as you can see, the decorators here are covered in 15-20 minutes. Or ads, of course. And it's not that it wasn't done well, but I just wasn't comfortable with the way how it was explained, and I was looking for a more kind of dedicated lesson just on decorators. So this was the next one I found on.
It's capable of completing entire
channel Kite. I believe this is Tech with Tim. He has his own channel where he does programming tutorials. And here, I felt like Tim explained a little bit more theory with the decorators and what they actually are, how are they used, what for, etc, etc. So in my opinion, if you're looking to learn what decorators are and how to use them, this lesson is good enough. But in the meantime, I've actually discovered another YouTube channel, and so far this is my favorite when it comes to just a lesson on decorators. It's covered in 3 different videos. So this lad over here, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, Sebastian Massot, I guess. In general, I was surprised with the quality of the channel. Definitely the channel is not followed enough considering how good the rest of the tutorials were. But like I said, he has done a decorators tutorial video, and he's done it in 3 parts. And the reason why I felt this particular lesson is better than any other I found on decorators is because he spends more time actually explaining what's what here. And I believe in general, like that might be kind of like a downfall for this type of self-learning when it comes to programming. You open these tutorials online, and even though they are valuable and they give a lot of information, but it's more based on kind of the practical side of it rather than the actual theory of it, which I believe if you were to attend like a proper class or uni, you would actually do all those parts first. And theory is always good and kind of covering the basics with any field, and definitely with computer science as well, programming. So like I said, I really enjoyed the way how he presented the theoretical part and then everything that followed with the more practical examples on what decorators are and how to use them. Yeah, that's my take on it so far. I'm going to return to the first tutorial and go through. So what do I have left now? Definitely after that, I'm going to focus more on project-based learning rather than doing these types of tutorials after it. I'm going to try to revise a little bit with what I have done so far, but I'm going to try creating a little bit more kind of like projects of my own and getting inspiration from the projects of other programming YouTubers I can find. So the next video I post will include me actually kind of creating something by myself for the first time. That's more than just learning the basics. So yeah, have a look around my channel if you like what you see, follow, and I'll see you next time.